Look how joined together Tricked are. If they get flanked in from behind, I don't know how they're actually going to deal with the aggression coming from the front as well. KNG's already able to take down one. The A side's actually left completely open, so the upside is Tricked. Able to barrel into the side, get the bomb down. The problem is they'd be flanked from, or they could have been flanked from a couple of angles, but we can see MIBR going to be coming from the same position. 3-on-4 for Trick to defend. And MIBR, they have some utility to use.
Yeah, the two incendiaries and the smoke could be crucial. The problem is such aggressive angles being held by Trick. Normally in these scenarios, you see a fallback. You don't see them fight this out. Maybe that's not the right call to make. Sjuush will get one, but it's left onto Acor. He is the one man, sat back a little bit further, but he's getting burnt to a crisp, and Taco will take him down. It is another board, or another point on the board for the Brazilians. And well, this time it is going to have to be a bit of an eco coming out from Trick.
We saw Trick just so huddled together in that last round that they're allowing MIBR to have the map control. And we were just talking about the fact that maybe Trick need to stop allowing MIBR to do this, spread out, try to catch out that early aggression. But here in round number 10, they're not going to have a chance to really do that, considering they're just on the pistols, as they have the 4 Deagles bought up across the team. Double up back in the hands of MIBR. Oh, Bubsy with a potential shot here, but unfortunately gets caught out. Fallen's going to save Lucas's life. And we'll see how clean, I think, MIBR could pull this round off with. I think it's going to be important for their economy to do that. They need to maintain this double op setup. Actually, they don't even need to necessarily do that, Tom, considering the last round they won was off 1 op.
Nice shot from Fallen. Even still, though, as we mentioned, not a whole lot invested. It does really seem like Trick they're just going for damage. But the bomb's still towards their spawn. They haven't even bothered to pick it up. They're just trying to take some of these individual jewels, which MIBR are definitely giving them, but they're winning all of them as well. No shots really being connected. Okay, sure, Lucas took a little bit of damage, but they're going to equalize things fairly easily. 3 in a row, as you mentioned, trying to keep it clean. Well, that's as clean as it can get. And why, if you look at the finances starting to build, they're in a pretty good position now.
We've seen a lot of focus out of MIBR on this connector position, especially in the last 3 or 4 rounds. They're trying to cut away a big transition point that the Ts can use. And again, the aggression coming through. Her's gonna fall though, getting a little bit too cocky there. And Roy's gonna drop him. I think that's a good start for Roy. It's one of his first kills of the match. But again, look how clumped up Tricked are being. And I wonder, is this fear or is this the game plan out of them?
I think they're just trying to trade effectively. I don't think this is fear. That's a really good flashbang. Angle not checked, but if Lucas has so much time, he can even walk past him, have a cup of tea, and then turn around and get the kill anyway. They even things up. They've been going for a bit of aggression across the map since Fer went down. KNG looks away at the wrong time. Almost the full Trick roster has actually run up beside him. I think he's heard it and is going to look to try and fall back a little bit. Will be facing the right direction, hits the shot, and they should be able to get this trade, and eventually Sjuush will do that. Even still, though, all these aggressive positions, they're burning that clock down so much. Once again, we're getting towards that 30-second marker. And Taco's been able to push a little bit further into mid, which is going to be hard to clear.
Especially with only 1 smoke to use on the side for Tricked. Taco waiting. Taco gets the first. He's going to back away to look for a little bit more time for the reinforcements to get there. Eventually, he will fall to the Hunden. And Acor gets a massive kill on the Fallen, and just like that, with the man advantage for MIBR, it's dwindled away. It's all on Lucas. 1 versus 2. This is going to be tough.
Yeah, trying to make his way around, but since smoking off the other avenue, Acor's just homed in on this position. He's trying to pre-fire the angles, but he ain't gonna miss that shot. Tricked take the lead once again, but it's at a cost. And we've already mentioned that the CT side have been building up money along the way. Will they go back in for a double AWP though? That's the real question. But the answer came in very quickly because Fallen's already bought a rifle, so unless he's going to be handed another AWP, it looks like that's going to be removed as part of their gameplay. It's understandable. Like, the B-site AWP is something you can throw in, but not the most common, and especially because they've been in a fair few A retakes, I feel like you don't really want to have an AWP ready for that.
I mean, the aggressive positions they've been holding, I'm surprised to actually see the double op being used. Pretty much in a one-and-done spot, and look at this. Aggression again. Bubsy's able to punish one. And you should have had the information that actually quite a few players push in that direction. You can already see Tricked quickly on the move. We'll actually arrive to the site before MIBR can get here. And we'll actually get to play the after-plan situation. I like how Shush as well, sitting very far back to make sure they can't be flanked, trying to keep it a one-front battle for the main squad up front on the site. And Acor as well with the ops, able to just sit back, play this one down to a T. And for MIBR here, you might as well just save here at this rate, or maybe just make it punishable. Try to get a couple of kills and dislodge some of the weapons. But there we go, Taco gets the first. It's a little bit more likely. Taco gets a second as well, and Acor going down. They've lost the up. They've lost a little bit of the bathroom control. Taco gets a third as well, and Taco pretty much winning the round by himself here. It's all on Hunden up against 3 players, and KNG will close it out. That was a round I feel like Trick should never have lost.
No, I don't even think the rest of the team were going for that. Like, up until Taco gets those couple of kills, they were saving. The other 2 even started running away. Then he gets 2 kills, and they're like, okay, let's start running back a bit. And he did absolutely everything on his own. This was fantastic from Taco. Yeah, definitely a round they shouldn't have lost. And now the brunt of it is a bit of a weird economy. We are going to see a tactical pause called in for the Danish side. Probably not worth going for a full investment here. You can't have the AWP available, and with the bit of loss bonus that they have, they will be able to buy into the next round with everything they want. So probably safer than to go for something in the next.
Well, we see the ups and downs of the aggressive pushes out of MIBR on the defense. The upside is if you're able to get set up, you slow down the attacking squad for a lot of time, and we've seen a handful of rounds now for Trick come down to the last 20, 30 seconds of time. Downside is you get caught out, and they just rush one of the sites to get the bomb plant on you. But then again, with Taco hitting shots like that, you're not going to worry too much. But we're going to be back into the game. 13 round on the board. And Trick going to be just on the Deagles at a P250.
Ooh, okay. Oh, that was important from Lucas. He needed those 2 kills. In fact, Hunden actually cooks at the end, and only 1 man dropped. Looked like it could have been worse for the MIBR side. Even still, though, 6 rounds on the board for the Ts. It's really not too bad. And a lot of the stuff that MIBR have been doing somewhat seems a little bit disrespectful. Like the push through monster. That's not something you really see even once in a game. To see it twice, 2 rounds in a row, is maybe expecting less from Tricked, or just not fearing them at all. That definitely seems to be the case here. Both teams alluded to that when they had their interview on the stage, that they're ready to win. They've been working hard for this moment to get themselves back into a grand final, or into one, if in the case of Tricked, at least one of this caliber. I'm sure that none of them expected to be meeting VP in the grand final, but hey, I'm sure either of these teams won't mind that.
Oh, I'm sure Pasha's happy about that. Papito.
I hope he doesn't come and throw me out of the caster chair. That's all I'm worried about. I
hope he does. I wouldn't mind casting with him, actually. So again, a minute left on the clock, and now Tricked are finally moving out of their own spawn. You see KNG aggressive, and KNG's, oh, he's actually going to miss the shot. That's unfortunate, but then again, so does Acor. Still 2 kills going the way of Tricked. But will they expect this? It's a big time to go big for his team, but unfortunately, Hunden will get the kill for Fur.
Yeah, Hunden's having a lot of high-impact frags within this game so far. Normally, we sort of rail on him for not doing too much, other than, of course, his in-game leader role, but fragging power of him has actually been pretty good in this game. Taco has somewhat been unmatched, though. 16 kills. He's going to be the lone defender. A rotation is coming in from Fallen. Again, we get down to the last 15 seconds of this round, and there's going to be 2 players ready and waiting. There's actually a chance here for MIBR. Already Fallen is gone. It's left all onto Taco. He can't do anything either. Shush eliminates him. I was wondering if there was just a small chance he would drop the bomb. Instead, the scoreline is equalized once again. There's been no real victor within this half, although based off sides, you would say that Tricked are there with the advantage. And why? I'm not sure how the finances are going to come out here for the Brazilians.
Not great. They're able to get the double ops, but they've invested a ton into this Fallen, going with the glass cannon. Very bare utility for the side of MIBR. They're actually going for a nice little boost, but a core was expected, and Fur's like, hey, free op. Backs off. Trick to get the initial kill in the round. And I think they can feel that first half victory.
KNG hoping to spot someone. But once again, the Trick side just disperse. They get their early pick. They slow the round down. They give Hunden some time to figure out his plan. There have been some strong reads from either side so far within this map. The question is, how much information do MIBR have at this point? They've got still aggressive spots in mid. They'll have fast rotations no matter what. And in fact, one of them is already coming in. It's Taco to get on towards this B site. He's a man you'd want to have there. Lucas up close to flashbang is perfect again, but he's still only going to be able to get one, and Shush doubles down back in return. It leaves the AWP standing. One on the flank, one from above. The flanker does actually manage to net a kill. Maybe there's a chance.
Thing is, the 2 remaining players both have ops. Fur gets one himself down to a 2-on-2. Fur gets another. Now it's all on Shush in a 1-on-2 situation against the AWP, a weapon you didn't expect to be able to come in and retake like this. 20 seconds left on the bomb, and MIBR trying to find the last player. They finally do spot him out towards Monster. Fur's gonna miss his shot, and Shush comes in. He gets completely blinded up, but KNG with style comes in with the 360 and gives MIBR the lead in the half.
That's 2 retakes that should not have happened within this first half. Taco with a triple to get back into one, and then a double AWP 2v4 retake for Fur and KNG. This shot was filthy. He was ready for it, though. Well, it will be a surprise final round being taken. Even still.
Well, if KNG didn't just join MIBR, I thought he might be joining FaZe Clan with that 360.
Yeah, there's been rumors about many players currently joining that roster, but I don't think he's one of them. I think he might be safe.
We had Taco on 16 kills at the end of the half. We had 15 for Bubsky, who had a phenomenal start.
Yeah.
Fur at 13, KNG at 11, and so far MIBR, I think, off to a pretty good start, considering it's a map that they did not choose. The map they played, I think, twice over the course of the last 3 months. Obviously, with KNG coming to the roster, obviously 7 rounds for Tricked is going to be a start that they're going to be happy with. But coming onto the CT side, things might be a little bit different. I see KNG as being such a really good aggressive opper in this case, and I wonder if they're going to be able to suss that out and prevent him from being as effective as he's been in the past.
Yeah, it is worth mentioning, though, this is one of Tricked's best maps, so they should be prominent within this CT side. They have not seemed to have any real fear playing against any of the opponents they've had so far. Like, you talk about AWPers, like, oh, sure, they could fear KNG. Well, they've already played against Chris J and Woxic earlier in the tournament and almost managed to take that series through as well. So I don't think they're playing with any level of fear going into this. I think they're confident. Their coach said they're confident, and I believe him. So I'm more interested to see how aggressive they're going to be. Are they going to look to take the fight, some of these Brazilian players? Because that's where I think they could actually get themselves further into this game. If Acor is going to go up against him and sort of take those battles and win them.
Well, that's what he did on Inferno yesterday.
Exactly.
Maybe you like to get towards Banana, push up aggressively and hit the shots. I don't know how it's going to turn out. I feel like that could be the big linchpin. If he is hitting those shots, I think MIBR could be held back. If he's missing those shots, then, well, we see what MIBR can do on retakes being down a man or two. Let's see how they can do with being a man up on the attacking side.
Yeah, the other thing to mention as well is that Roy has had a very poor start to this match, and if that doesn't change, then there's going to be positions on this map to exploit. Like that's one of the problems. Like, sure, if you have a weak half on the T side, somebody else can pick up the slack. We've seen that already with like PHR. Like, he didn't have a good T side, but it was okay because Mihu and Statue were playing so well. It wasn't much of a problem. On the CT side, that's where things change. That's where we see the holes in their defense as well as we could be seeing it for Tricked. If you have one man who just is getting owned every single time, a 5v4 for the T side, completely different story.
Well, here we go, about to kick off the pistol round in our second half of our first map of our second semifinal today. It's Tricked up against MIBR with a one-round lead to the Brazilians. Let's see how they go about on the attacking half. We talked about the aggression out of Tricked, and the core is going to be going just for that, and shuts down Fur. Doesn't give him a chance to get another 3K in the pistol round like he had in the first.
Yeah, gone within seconds, and well, the T side are going to try and react off the back of this. There's still aggression coming out from Roy, looking for the peak. He's got to be careful, though. Taco is waiting, lurking. And you can see the slow, methodical clearing coming out from the Brazilian side, just making sure that there's no one who can flank them. They are going to be rotating back around towards Taco, who, as mentioned, has at least managed to hold on to this portion of the map. The only real worry is the second they open that door, all the information goes the other way.
Difficulty is Roy's going to be by himself. Here's the door open. Flashbang comes through. He's going to miss his shots, unfortunately, and well, they will lose out on one player. Bubsky is going to be under a lot of pressure on the B side. The reinforcement is going to be coming in momentarily. He's just trying to back off, trying to hit the shots, and they're not able to. MIBR connect 1 and 2. Not been able to get into the side and get the bomb down. Shush by himself against 3, pushes in, tries to look for the first try that he's going to need, but Taco again comes out strong. 2 kills for him, and MIBR get the pistol round.
That just seemed like Trick lost that round purely based off not being able to connect their shots. Like, the read was good. They had the aggressive position in towards water, which gave them every piece of information that they needed. But then when it came down to it, Bubsky missed his shots, Roy missed his shots. It's like, sure, in a pistol round, just a little bit more RNG. You can forgive it. But if that's going to be a continuing trend, then MIBR are going to dominate them because there's only so many shots they'll miss. Either way, we are going to see the double scout, something I like to see at least. Nade's going to own Bubsky. Dunked out before he can even spot an opponent. The CT side down a man, and, well, of course, down in weaponry after losing the pistol round. Now, again, we've seen it from both teams. It's a very common thing within Overpass. You get that opening pick, you sort of just probe for information. You have the advantage. You don't need to do anything too aggressive, although won't take it away from Fur. He is sort of the exception to the rule. He is his own team, a loose cannon within the MIBR roster. Naturally, Fallen's going to go down somewhere else. It's a few trades starting to come in for Tricked. Maybe this round isn't gone just yet.
Well, Shush can hit a shot. It definitely would be. The bomb currently still down. Back towards T-spawn. Core's been able to pick up an SG. That's going to be very dangerous. We're going to see the Trick guys actually regrouping here. Trying to play together with the scout. At least one smoke left for MIBR. Core, ooh, if they come this direction, he can hit his shots like we've seen in the past. Trick could take this very crucial round for him.
Ready and waiting. Plenty of time, but there's the first for Acor. Waiting. Holding back, he gets another to his name. For eventually puts him down and is actually going to jump up above. It's not expected, but he runs out bullets and now gets pushed by Shush. That'll be another round on the board for Tricked and breaking back straight away. Now it's down to the T's to decide what they're going to be doing. Is it an attempted bomb plant? Is it a force buy straight back in? It was only one man surviving, but what a round from Acor. And what a weapon to lose. Slow motion coach.
Well, 8-9, MIBR still with the lead. Looks like they might just try to be going for a bomb plant here with the smokes and the flashes to come through. Shush gonna be waiting with the SG. Donated back to him from the previous round. That nade's done a lot of damage to Fur as well as the able to just spray and pray through him. And MIBR, I don't think we'll get much of anything here. As Shush is able to get the bomb down through the smoke. Taco will finally get one, but one will not be enough to win the round. And Trick is gonna be able to tie things up.
And this will now have to be an eco, so Tricked are in a pretty good position. That force buy win, it's so incredibly important for them. Get off to a strong start. Probably boost the motivation for the next few rounds as well, because that pistol round definitely looked like, okay, maybe we let a couple of things slip in the last half, and you don't want to let those things creep into your mind. The second you win a round that you shouldn't, all of that fades away.
I like this, actually. No smoke prepared to actually block them off. It allows Roy to get extra aggressive. The nade going to come through, and well, it connects on a Fallen for 39 damage. But again, I mean, pretty much double save coming in here for MIBR. This ideally should be Trick taking the round, and I think if you're MIBR, a bomb plant here is, well, ideally should be impossible up against this, but no smokes, no flashes to come through. Hunden gonna try to spray them down. He only gets the first though, and Lucas gets one with the Glock. Doesn't even seem to matter as Roy's gonna be there off to the side from long. And Tricked will get the lead back in their favor, 10-9. And now we're gonna see the buyup come in for the Brazilians.
Yeah, hopefully that'll be a little bit of a confidence booster for him as well. He just doubled his kills in one round, which obviously off to a bit of a slow start. But there's no point within this semi-final that he can't rectify that. We've also seen the slowdown from a few players on the other side. Fur as well was a strong start to this match on the CT side, but that's expected. He's able to catch them out. He's able to get those aggressive plays. We're also yet to see a full buy-in from the Brazilian side, but the pressure's definitely on them now. They're on that weaker side of the map. They've handed over some economy early on by sort of losing that second round force buy. Now, they've got to try and break the Danes, force them to go for some sort of eco. And that's not going to happen, at least this round, and probably not the next either.
I think those 2 kills for Roy right there, very important for his mentality in this. Again, one of the first tournaments he's playing here on land, the pressure and the nerves must be there somewhere. Again, he's going to push back up. Flashbang comes through, and look how aggressive he's being. Not just him. He's got a core there off to the side. He's got Hunden from long. They're going to bring out the aggression that MIBR used against them on the CT side. And you can already see MIBR kind of expecting this, being prepared for it. They're trying to jump check a lot of these angles. And the Tricked haven't given up the gig just yet, and there we go. Akora gets the first. KNG pushing through, and Hunden will be there from long, actually. A really nice peek out of him, and a second as well. That's going to be the bomb now down, and MIBR with the buy-up are down to the 2 last players.
Hunden again, talking of impact frags, he saves his teammate's life, then doubles it up. And Acor is more than aware. It's mainly because they have so much control. The bomb's dropped. They just have to watch to see if anybody's coming in from behind. Taco actually pushing it to the B side. There's still two players here, which he can't have really expected. And now they're going to play towards Lucas, but he gets 2 back. He needs the ace. We've said it multiple times. No one yet has been successful in winning a clutch like this. 30 seconds, and while that smoke is just going to burn so much time, even if he waits it out and retrieves the bomb, he doesn't have a time to plant, and then a nade gets rid of him anyway.
Hunden getting 3 kills in that round, keep in mind. We talked about impact kills. I think all 3 of them were. 2-round lead for Tricked, and they look to take it up to 3. And we can see on the side of MIBR, well, there's really not much money there yet again. They've not really been successful in most of these rounds, only taking the first and the pistol. And it seems like MIBR just haven't really woken up too much here. There's been a lot of great entries out of Tricked. Credit to Bubsky, especially on that T side, to hit quite a few of those. And Shush quietly working his way up the scoreboard as well.
Yeah, they've had some decent performances. We've seen MIBR already in this tournament have to grind out some of the matches. The first map they won on Inferno versus NIP was an overtime thriller. Checking to see if Roy's going to be in the same position he was before. I like the idea, but unfortunately for the Brazilians, there's nobody there. Well, the boost up as well isn't going to do anything, Roy. Another kill to his name. This is another round where not much invested. Nice shot from Fallen. They can at least try and make things costly. CT side still with a reasonable amount of cash if things were to go wrong in the future rounds. Expending their utility just to try and hold back any sort of push. Taco actually leading the charge with the bomb. There's 3 players already and waiting on this site, and I don't think there's much chance of them getting in here.
It's going to be tough. Hundred's going to be flashed up. It gets a spray onto the first. Taco's going to fall. Fallen does have the AK, but again, there's so many defending players here. It's going to be so difficult to even get any sort of ground. And Bubsky gets 2 more. There we go, tricked. 4 rounds away from taking map 1. Dust 2 and Train to come up as our next 2 maps. Train, obviously, if we need it. MIBR just being shut down. This is just random aggression out of Tricked. 1 round, they push up aggressively for 3-man hold. Next round, they sit back in towards the site. It seems like MIBR just hasn't really been able to get a good read on them.
Well, yeah, this is what I wanted to see. This is what I wanted to see from Trick. Like, not fearing MIBR at all. Once again, though, we have a purchase. An ult behind it is still not great. A Galil thrown in, utility missing on multiple players, and Acor, this is a bit of a risk. He's got support, though. I like this. Roy in the corner. They team up together, and they're just wrecking the Brazilians at this point. Acor's still remaining. If he goes down, it's not that bad of a trade. He's so wary of the players behind, and that nade is right on his feet. Nicely thrown by Taco. Even hears the footsteps of the man behind him. Bubsky got into a strong position in that moment, and even going to look to escape will just put doubt in the back of Taco's mind.
Oh, KNG. I think either player spotted them out. And Bubsky almost saving Shush's life. They do flank in from behind. The bomb will be the last player alive with 50 seconds left. Talk is in at the first as Bubsky going down, so there's at least that going for him. He also has an open bomb site towards the B position. Instead, he's running directly into trouble.
That is Hunter's nickname, of course. Trouble. And he's been fantastic this game. 16 and 13. He's normally the person, as said, we harp on about, but this time it's for a completely different reason. Clearly wanting to prove Pimp wrong and doing a very good job of it.
Seems like whenever Pimp does analysis for his games, they win. Maybe his lucky charm.
Well, they managed to get through this one. I'm pretty sure Pimp will be on the desk for the final as well, so maybe you've just made a prediction, Jason.
He might just, you know, all of a sudden get sick. Who knows?
There we go.
13-9, looking good for Tricked. Again, it is their map choice. MIBR back on the eco. Well, partial eco. They do have pistols and a Galil.
Good read this time as well from Tricked. I think they know that this is a weaker buy coming in, so they've sat more passively. And again, these crossfires have been fantastic from the Danish side, just obliterating MIBR and leaving Fur alone. He's retrieved that Galil, but opts for the pistol instead. Acor's gone. He'll need 3 more of those to win the round, and I'm not sure I can say I believe in that, but it's going to become much more difficult as well. They know the bomb's there. They don't want to over-rotate in this scenario. They just want to wait patiently for Fur to try and make his move, and Shush hasn't budged. Noses roughly around his position, and it can't be done. 14-9. Trick get ever closer to taking their map pick, and this could be the last-ditch attempt from MIBR.
I feel like we haven't seen that many rounds, if any at all, that MIBR have been able to have a strong start. They seem to go man down most of the time. They run into crossfires like that. They've not really been able to have a super solid buy in these rounds either. KNG's been relatively ineffective with the op. This is obviously one of the first times we're actually going to see him on it. And again, the aggression coming through out of Trick. They really want to make sure that they can take away a lot of positions that MIBR can hold in the initial start. And you can just see with how they're set up on the mini-map that MIBR giving a lot of respect to Tricked, giving him a lot of control early on, and fighting back tooth and nail to get every meter of position on this map.
Ooh, Molotov didn't land properly. It means that Roy has been able to stay in his position. It should mean that they check it properly now. Smoke is going to be going down. He actually doesn't have much support, but still manages to get the kill. Peeks into the face of Fallen and takes it clean off. Should be able to get a trade here, but the smoke might be able to help him get away. Even trying to use the angle around the edge of it. Does take a lot of damage, but that's fantastic from Tricked. They get the opener, but then also use their utility to get him out.
Yeah, amazing smoke coming through. Now going to reposition, sending Roy back towards long, where he's going to be met up against Fur. Hunden still locked away in towards Connector, though, has a couple of players around him. He's at least able to trade 1-for-1 in the midst of that. Keep the man advantage for Tricked, and Akor is going to back up his teammate Roy towards long. A second player going to be peeking in just a few seconds. KNG, 13 and 16, looking to add towards this tally, but Akor is going to shut it down. Now it's all on Taco, 1 versus 4. He's been able to sneak his way through, but his time not on his side. It looks like Tricked is going to go up 15 and get on map point.
Yeah, 1 away. They have been utterly dominant as well. The only round they've lost on their CT side is the pistol. MIBR have been completely shut down. We did see a comeback in the game yesterday. We saw the Ninjas almost manage to grind out what would have been a ludicrous comeback versus Virtus Pro, but we haven't seen anything from MIBR in the second half. There's been no hero plays. There's been no rounds stolen like we saw in the first half. We haven't even really seen any aggressive B takes. There's been slower rounds, and this time, Taco is going to be able to get that opener. Bubsky's gone. Now I don't mind if they're a little bit slower off the back of this. Try and work that pick.
Bosch comes through. Shush going to charge straight through the smoke. Spots at the first. Taco's going to pay the price. Can he get the second, though? No, the fence is going to be there, and Fallen and Lucas chime in to stop the aggression towards the B side. Of course, still going to have the op there, and he'll get his first. Trying to push up, but I think Lucas has been able to sneak around him, and Lucas should be able to finish this off. There we go. But Roy, in the meantime, turns it into a 1-on-2. His position has been given away, but he has the bomb.
He's taking so much damage, though. There shouldn't really be any hope for him here. There's so much time left for the Brazilian side to play with. Ooh, I like this. I like this. Use the boost late into the round. He's actually seems like he expected an attempted jumping shot from Fur, even giving a little smirk as he attempted that.
Good smoke, by the way. 40 seconds left. He's trying to stall for as much time as possible. Either they're going to push the smoke or come towards Monster. Or maybe Roy's the monster himself. Oh, this is so genius. This is such a high IQ play if he can get this first kill, but he's not able to, though. Lucas gets a 3K and keeps MIBR alive.
And finally, something for the MIBR fans to cheer about. It's been a long 8-round streak from the CT side. But as said, all it takes is one. That can get you rolling again. We saw it in both VP games. That it's very easy, especially within the stage, to let things slip. The crowd starts to turn on you, and maybe the fans go quiet. Still, though, confident plays being thrown in. Roy's been a real bane in this second half. Bear in mind, he had barely any kills in the first. He's just waiting. This is such an easy kill. First, just running with his knife out, not expecting anybody to be there. He's been a loose cannon.
I mean, if we look how Tricked have been defending, though, that's not a bad play at all. No one's really been holding towards long early on. They like to be aggressive towards Fountain. He just tries to sneak through and get in behind him. I would say almost nothing to lose, but technically the map to lose.
Oh, they almost line up. That was very close to a double, but even still, they have a double man advantage. And again, we're back into these slow rounds, and the bomb's just running alone. Like, this could pretty much be the round over. If they kill off Fallen, then the round is surely done, but somehow he gets the kill instead onto Roy. Support will now rotate in the form of Lucas, and he gets an individual duel. Maybe a few slip-ups now starting to happen from Tricked. These are not the things we saw earlier in their CT half. They were good at holding on to these advantages. They even have 2 AWPs now, which is, again, not something we've witnessed through the majority. And Bubsky, it's just faced away from the door. He almost gets caught and is going to fall. He was the only defender. This should be another round for MIBR.
Getting a flashback to the NIP match on Inferno here. Shush pushing up. And of course, still has a long way to rotate. Shush needs to hit these shots. He's got 2 players to find there, and unfortunately he's going to fall. Core, I think, just going to back off and save the op. And MIBR are going to stay alive. Considering how that round started, Tom, with Fur rushing straight down towards Long and him dying, I am surprised to see Trick lose this round.
I think that can only be put down to a throwaway. That is a 3v5, which they just lost, when Fallen pushed Long alone with the bomb. Like, they get that kill, 100% that round is over. Even if they just don't die in that scenario, I don't think there's a way back into the round, but instead, we see different aggressive plays that cost them. Fallen getting a kill, Hunden also going down within the toilets, and oh, Bubsky, with him I can see maybe a little bit of bad luck with the timing of him turning around, but even still, MIBR are not out of this just yet, and with the money soon becoming an issue, well, it's already, in fact, they're going to have to take a hit here.
So let's send, what, a core towards B. Bubsky there to pick up the op if he does drop it. I think he's trying to go for the aggressive peek. He gets Taco down, so they get the man advantage. Not able to rescue the weapon, though. You can see he wants it. Oh my gosh, he takes Fallen down immediately. He picks up a gun as well, and just like that, it's gonna be a 5-on-3. Bubsky coming alive, gets a second. 4-on-2 now for Tricked. Not sure how he's able to push like that and connect onto those shots, but he's done it.
I can only assume that Fallen didn't have any head armor, and look at this position from Hunden. Absolute filth. Like, if he doesn't get a kill there, I'll be surprised. You can see MIBR have slowed right down. They're expecting the CTs to try and get up in their face, but instead, they're just waiting. They have the rotations cut off. They have a player watching in towards connector just in case for... I'm guessing there's going to be some sort of flashbang here to give him space to get into this. In fact, Akor's actually going to go pushing. Doesn't get the kill, though, and that could be the round turning once again. Fur with a double entry into the site. There is a rotation from Roy. He only has a Deagle, and an AWP's been picked up behind him, but he can't do anything either. Fur turns this round on his head. That could have been the map once again for Tricked, but the Brazilians never stop fighting.
I don't know how Fur pushes by himself with no flash, no smoke, no assist from a teammate, and still gets those 2 kills.
Yeah, Fallen must have not had head armor there. Probably an attribute to these last few rounds being so close. I think they know it as well as we do that things are starting to slip a little bit for the Danes. Roy, though, hasn't. He has been fantastic. Again, gets the opener. Hunden just listening to see if anybody is going to aggress. But this time, this is what I want to see. They go back to it. Okay, we got the opener. Now let's try and use it.
I do like how they backed off as well. Not trying to keep that aggressive position so they can potentially return frags. Bubsky, though, going to get caught out. The B site going to be potentially overwhelmed here from short. Shush going to be there. Hunden going to be there. And the core as well with the op, and he gets the first. The bomb still back over towards mid, though, funny enough. It's actually not with the rest of the team. Maybe they're trying to sell a fake. And it seems to have worked out because there's going to be 3 players still at the B site, leaving Roy all by himself towards Long. I mean, Roy's been hitting some good shots, but if they come his direction, will he be able to hit enough?
Looking for a boost into the B site. There's a possibility to spot out Akil, but it's just off, and they'll hear the footstep drop down. The bomb, in the meantime, is looking to go in the other direction.
Roy's pushing behind him, though.
Yeah, there's only 20 seconds. That's a bigger problem. He's going to hear all the footsteps. Could catch them out before they get around the corner. Now, he hasn't spotted the bomb. Fur has to just go and try and get into this site. He doesn't have time to turn back. Roy gets another one. He might have just ended the map right here, as Fer now has to try and save it. He's running out of time, has to go for the plant now. He's just about got it. But even still, there's 3 tricked players there to try and shut him down. 2 coming in through the toilets. The other looking to come in from behind. There's so much left for him to do, but he has been the star so far. There we go, though. Round the corner they go. 15 seconds left. He gets one. There's 2 more still to find. 10 seconds left on the clock. The pop flash trying to give him some space. 1 player tapping the bomb. They need to get on it. He's found the kill. Now peeks out and Fer's done it! 4 kills for Fer. Fantastic round to close this and bring it to 15-13. Again, another round that never should have been. But Fer has managed to do it.
I don't know what's going to be going on in the columns of Tricked after that. The frustration must be mounting. Why can they not close this out? So many rounds they get the man advantage. They had a 4-on-1. And somehow this man pulls it off. Somehow this man keeps MIBR alive. And definitely a pause needing to come in here for the side of Tricked. No money to spend. This is exactly what happened with MIBR up against NIP on Inferno just a couple of days ago. If there's one team here that knows how to do it, it's definitely them. But what else does Trick need to close out this game? You have a 4-on-1.
They need to kill Fer.
It seems to be easier said than done. He's on 23 kills. We're back into the game, into round 29. I think their answer actually is going to be a little bit of mid-aggression with the nades, but Fer is just continuing from that last round.
He wants this. It's sort of been... The last few interviews from him have been fantastic. Not only saying that he knows that KNG is going to come in and destroy people once he's settled, but, well, the other one that I can't repeat. Even still, like, the way he's been playing. Oh, he's even going to go for a knife! Why not? He doesn't even need the money at this point.
And Fer has just made a statement. 2 rounds back-to-back. A quad kill and a triple.
Well, they taught Simple in the past that you don't knife a player from MIBR, but they will happily do it to you. And as if they weren't demoralized enough at this point on the Trick side. That was just not needed.
No, it was definitely needed, I think, for the crowd to put a statement in Tricked. Here we go into the last round of normal time. Will it be a win for Tricked, or will it be overtime for these 2 teams?
Well, since the playoff stage, I think you can correct me if I'm wrong, every single time a team has come back, they have failed right at the end. They have been so close and just dropped off. The fact is, though, MIBR have been in, well, at least some of the players in some of the biggest tournaments in the world. They've done this many times before. They need to try and do it one more time, get themselves to that overtime position. Still, though, we see confident plays coming out from Akel. Maybe not so much as we saw before. Remember, Roy was so aggressive in the round that they should have taken. This time, not quite the case. He's still around that connector area, being forced into the open. The clock ticking down. They're actually going to fall back towards the sites, maybe to bolster this B defense a little bit.
They do have an incendiary grenade to help block off one of these angles. The smokes, the flashes, everything being thrown in. Shush to get the first as MIBR collapse on top of the site. Hunden trying to hold on, and they do have the man advantage. And Taco will be there, and Taco will get himself a double. Down to a 3-on-3 with 20 seconds left. There's still 1 man on the site. There's still 1 man towards the back. Can he be the spoiler? Shush comes in, he gets the kill. He's still there defending with 15 seconds left. And MIBR, they need to get this bomb down. They need to clear the site. But can they do it? They finally get 2 more kills. 10 seconds left to go, and it's Core who gets the first.
He dropped the bomb.
He dropped the bomb. Can they get the bomb down in time? Will he rush this? He can spot him out to the side. The jumping USP not going to land. And he stops the plant. What happened? He could have had it down, but he thought Akor was rushing, and Trick come out in the last round of the map and take it 16-14.
The man that has been their hero all the way through the last few rounds could not quite close it out, maybe not realizing how much time was left on the clock. And again, it happens every single time in this arena. There comes so